Well, beer, we've had some great times. When I was 17, I drank some very good beer. I drank some very good beer I purchased with a fake ID. My name was Brian McGee. I stayed up listening to Queen when I was 17.
Welcome to Beer Review, number 1. And action!
All right. Let's see if we can get any kind of story out of this. Nope. We get no story. But I can, this week...
Well, let's make one up.
I will at least give it a little bit of local flavor. This week, our first beer is Bergoff Sundown Dark Beer. The box claims that it is a deep, dark draft, chilling, and delicious. This is out of the Mead House Brewery in Monroe, Wisconsin. I went a couple years to a brewery tour there. It was a lot of fun. Their beer is kind of shitty. Like all of their beers are just kind of
Bland
and like kind of like low quality, but you know, you give them props for doing it because somebody has to produce cheap beer. What else are college students going to drink? Mm-hmm. Bergoff is an imprint that they bought, and they're continuing to put it out through there. And it labels itself as kind of like a crafty brew, but it is just kind of
shit.
Yeah, it's crappy brew that they could mark up a couple more dollars. A few years back, the Mead House Brewery was bought by a Canadian. I was going to say couple, but it's a brother and sister, second generation Indians.
Canadians and Indians?
Yeah, Canadians and Indians.
There's...
And apparently they are pretty well off, and they bought the brewery, and since then it has been prospering. It had apparently been not doing very well, and now people can go get their Mountain Creek, their Bergoff, what have you, their Lazy Dog, or Lazy Mutt, which actually I really enjoy Lazy Mutt because it's just a really easy to drink summer beer, and it comes in an 8-pack. Because that's what you want.
2 more.
Exactly. 6-pack is done.
But I remember Bergoff from college. A lot of people used to drink Bergoff because it was so goddamn cheap, and it used to be like in cans. I mean, it's been wholly remarketed since the time I remember Bergoff. And I've always been hesitant about buying it just because I have that image in my head of it just being a really cheap, shitty beer.
Yeah.
And it looks much nicer in this 6-pack that I bought, but it's still pretty cheap shit beer. It was $6 something for the 6-pack, and I can't even say it's really worth that.
Can't beat that value.
Yeah, you can. I don't think it's a value. I mean, I would have maybe paid $3 for this. I mean, it's not very good. Jumping into the review, I guess.
How does it look?
It is dark. I mean,
looks like super unprocessed apple cider.
Yeah.
To me, that's the color I'm getting.
That is, yeah.
It would probably a laser would go through this.
Yeah,
it is somewhat translucent.
Yeah, it has. Looks like it's been filtered. But yeah, I mean, it's still kind of dark, which is strange because, as we will talk about later, its darkness does not denote that it has as much flavor as a normal dark beer. But yeah, like color-wise, everything looks pretty nice, except like even really aggressively pouring, very little head on the beer, which I always find to be kind of a questionable quality of a non-stout, because yeah, but beer should be able to have head.
Do you guys get any scent out of this at all?
A little bit, just kind of like a slight toastiness out of it, but like there's not a lot of smell to it even. But I mean, smelling it, I can tell it's a dark beer. But if we were to go into flavor, which I think would be a good idea, kind of hard to tell it is a dark beer just by its flavor. It does kind of, no, I guess that's mouthfeel. Never mind.
No, it's a draft. So I mean, I picture this being like a Miller Genuine Draft or something like that. It is a darker version of that. So the hints that I'm getting is a little bit of a nuttiness,
yeah,
if at all, or maybe that's malt. Sometimes I have a hard time distinguishing, but it's very light.
Yeah, it is for a dark beer. It's very light. There is flavor there, but it's kind of muted and it goes away really quickly. Like there is no aftertaste; it is just gone, which kind of sucks because I don't want to hold it in my mouth, but I do want to get a sense of what it tastes like. And every time I try it, it just kind of eludes me.
I think the aftertaste is more like a Miller Lite aftertaste. There is flavor though in there. It's light. I mean, it's a draft. I don't know what more you'd expect from it. Do you think it being cold helps?
Immensely.
I do too. It tastes very refreshing to me, which I think that's chilling and delicious, what they say on that.
Yeah.
But I think it's pretty refreshing, actually.
For some reason, when I look at chilling on the box, I think of it in its negative connotation, like a chilling murder.
Chills me to the bone.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, it is refreshing. And I'm really glad it's cold because I do not think this would taste good any warmer than it is.
Well, mouthfeel.
You had mentioned earlier cider. It kind of actually has that kind of feel to me, just kind of like a sharpest light. Kind of like there's a little bit of sweetness to it, so it kind of feels like cider in my mouth.
I think the even though there's not a lot of head, I think the carbonation is a little sharp.
Yeah.
Also, almost like an accidentally fermented apple cider, and that is not as appealing. It's not smooth going down, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't mind this. I don't hate this.
Craig has murder in his eyes. I think he does hate it.
I just don't like it. I mean,
yeah.
Him and Colin Hanks.
That guy.
Yes. No, I don't particularly like it. I think it's kind of skunky. It just doesn't taste good to me. I mean, I'd rather have a Miller Lite. I mean, it does taste like an MGD to me, and I don't like MGD. It just doesn't taste good. It doesn't do anything for me.
Let's go on to our overalls.
Yeah, I'll give this a C minus. It is what it is. It's a dark draft, so that's what you're gonna get. Think a darker MGD. Don't expect any more, or you'll be very disappointed.
Yeah, agreed. I'm going to give it a D.
I'm also going to give it a D. It kind of sucks. I mean, I wouldn't expect any better, really, out of Mean House Brewery, but at the same time, I kind of want better. When it has nice packaging. Like, it has, like, a nice style to it, and then you drink it, and it's all bad.
Yeah, I took one drink, and it's just like, ah.
Nope.
Janky.